Hello, beautiful souls. It's Andrea with Enlightening Offerings. I wanted to come on here today to talk about a message that's been coming through for a long time, probably 2 months now. I've been working towards this video, and I think I finally got the final piece to it today in the form of a song from my 15-year-old, and it was so beautiful. I want to talk about the concept of meeting you where you're at. Meeting people where they're at. When I first get contact from someone that I haven't met before who is interested in my healing services, the first thing I do is I schedule a consultation with them. I don't care if they say I know exactly what I want, unless it's a tarot reading. Like, I'll do a tarot reading, but as far as energy healings, balancings, clearings, activations, that kind of stuff, I want to get to know the person first. I want to sit with them, talk with them. The whole reason is not an interview. It's literally because I'm trying to figure out where they're at. I want to know their language. I want to know where they are on their spiritual path. I want to know a little bit about their history, about what they're curious about, what they're interested in, why they actually are called to me specifically. I don't advertise a lot. So when people hear of me and contact me that I haven't met before, I'm curious. What was that pull? What was that nudge? What was it about my business card or the thing that somebody else was saying about me that made you want to work with me specifically? I want to know that when I say words like energy, reincarnation, manifestation, magic, that type of stuff, that they're hearing the word in the way that I'm intending it. Or when they use words with me, that I'm understanding what they're saying. I feel like we judge a lot in life, and we have very high expectations for other people. And we expect a lot of times for people to be where we are and operate from our paradigm and our understanding of the world. And I think that now, more than ever, it's so important to recognize everyone's journey is so completely different. Everyone's path that has gotten to where they are today is so different. I don't feel that my path is better or has been, that I'm more progressed. I don't think of spirituality as a linear growth. I think that I have a lot of experience in certain things, but that certainly doesn't make me want to come across elitist or any sort of condescending way. My hope for people is that we will meet each other where we're at and honor the lessons and the struggles and the obstacles that each of us have gone through to get to where we are today. And this concept isn't specifically or only in regards to spirituality and life path. Literally, it can be applied to anything. I think the first thing that started me thinking about this meet people where they're at video was the concept of racism and prejudice and how talking about this on video. Okay. It's okay, Andrea. How we just have to have a little bit of grace and understanding for people that were raised differently than the current generation is. And yes, everyone is responsible for checking their own prejudices and working through things. And also, yes, people are responsible for not being assholes, and we also need to recognize that breaking agreements and going back through decades of patterning and beliefs about how the world operates takes a lot. It's not just a one-time and done and over with thing. And having grace for people just trying to be better humans than they were yesterday. Right? And also understanding, this was a nugget from my husband, that I am never the same person as I was yesterday. So having grace for myself and recognizing that I will never meet myself the same way again. Interesting, right? Like, how can I offer the grace? How can I go into every situation the way I do with new potential clients and ask questions of myself, the understanding of the situation that I'm walking into? How does it best serve me and the rest of humanity? In what way should I walk through this situation? Is there some more understanding that I can reach if I just slow down, step back, and look at the bigger picture? So, I just held a class for teenagers last week. I didn't use the same language with the teenagers that I would say their parents or my peers. Not to say that I dumbed my language down by any means. It's not saying that they weren't capable of understanding big words. It's just that in order to get my point across as concisely as possible, I used a different language. I met them where they're at. I recognized that they were between the ages of 12 and 17 and that they communicate differently than people who are 42 years old, right? Like, that's logic. Of course that. So why don't we take that and apply it everywhere? Why do we walk through life expecting people to see things the same way we do? Why don't we allow for the trials and tribulations that other people had in getting here, or for the ease of passage that they had in getting here? Respecting every person, recognizing that we are both completely individual, different than every person that's ever been born or ever will be born, and also that we are exactly the same, made up of stardust and base energy. So we are all on the same journey together. We deserve love and respect and honor regardless of anything. Yes, even that person that you're thinking of right now deserves love and respect and honor, because deep, deep, deep down, assholes are just afraid and they just want love. Now, does that mean that you have to excuse their shitty behavior? No, of course not. They should be held to the same standards of decent human behavior as everyone else. But understanding, maybe have compassion. I don't necessarily want to say pity, but question why they're being such an asshole. Question why this behavior is happening, not just write them off as complete loss of human waste. I mean, okay, maybe, but probably not. So, I don't know. I don't really know the whole core point of this message, other than let's strive a little bit more to meet people where they're at. Meet myself where I'm at. Have grace for myself. I am trying to be a decent human being. And I know that. And yet still sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, wow, you fill in the blank of some horrible thing I would never say to another human being. Right? Breaking that habit is taking a long time. And that's okay. Because every time I break that habit, every time I recognize I am also just a human being, a spiritual being having a human experience, it gets a little easier. The distance between recognizing that behavior and not doing it in the first place is getting shorter. So have some grace for humanity, have some grace for your neighbors, have grace for everyone, wherever they are. Try to ask questions and not make assumptions. How about that? Oof, heavy shit. Okay. Take a deep breath. Blessings to you all.